Hello, very good morning to all of you dear students. Welcome back to the next video lecture number 8 of the subject network analysis. In this video lecture number 8 we are going to study about supermesh analysis. In this video I have taken 3 solved examples on supermesh analysis. These examples consist dependent and independent sources just to make aware how to proceed with these kind of sources. The first example is on the screen. Let us discuss what makes a simple mesh analysis into a super mesh analysis. The answer is the existence of a current source between two loop or meshes makes super mesh analysis. That means if a current source is common to two loop, this is a problem of super mesh analysis as shown on the circuit diagram. This 2 ampere current source, which is downward, direction of 2 ampere is downward as given in the question. This particular existence of 2 ampere current source in this circuit diagram, which is common to loop number 1 and loop number 2, makes it a super mesh analysis. We will solve this problem with super mesh analysis. The question is, in the given circuit diagram we have to find power by voltage source and current source. This is your redraw of the circuit diagram. We have considered loop 1 here, flowing current I1. This is your loop 2, flowing current I2. This is your I2 current and this is your I1 current. Now see this, the direction of I1 is in the direction of this current source. So can we write the difference of these two currents? This is I1 minus I2 is equal to 2 ampere. This is I1 minus I2 equal to this common current. This is your super mesh current equation. This is your current equations having your current source value and the current of these two common meshes. Call it equation number 1. Here I have redrawn the circuit. This is your current source between two loops, that is your super mesh analysis. That gives rise to your super mesh analysis. Okay, so just we are going to write KVL equation along this path, along this green path. While writing KVL equation, we'll just ignore this current source. For this current source, we have already written this equation number 1 here. You can see. Okay, let's go to write KVL equation along this path, along this red path or along this green path. This is the same path I have chosen. This is your super mesh analysis. Okay, KVL equation from here, minus 4 plus 2I1 plus 1 into I2 plus 1 volt. Coming back to the point from where we have started. Solve this equation. This is your 2I1 plus I2 is equal to 3. Call this equation number 2. Now solving equation 1 and 2, we will get I1 is equal to 5 by 3 ampere and I2 is equal to minus 1 by 3 ampere. This is current ampere, must be in ampere, unit must be written. Okay, that is why I am specifying you that any physical quantity must contain its unit. Now let us move towards the second portion or the original portion of this question, that is power by voltage sources. I have drawn this voltage source separately. This is your 4 volt, and just see this, the current direction is entering negative terminal, negative and positive. The current direction is entering negative terminal, so the power will be minus of 4 into 5 by 3. This is the value of I1 we have calculated just now. I1 is your 5 by 3 ampere, and 4 is your voltage value. See this. So P is equal to V into I, as current is entering to negative terminal of the battery of the voltage source. So it is power is equal to minus of 4 into 5 by 3, that is minus 20 by 3 watt. Now I have already given you concept of delivery of power and consumption of power by a particular source. When power is negative, it means it is being delivered. So 20 by 3 watt delivered, it is delivered. This voltage source is delivering 20 by 3 watt into the system. It is delivering, it is not consuming. Delivering means it is giving. Now for the second voltage source, whose magnitude is 1 volt, the current is, from the circuit diagram you can see, the current is I2, and the value of I2 was I2 is equal to minus 1 by 3 ampere. If any current is minus, it means what? Its direction is reversed in actual. So this can also be written as I2 is equal to 1 by 3 ampere, and what we have done here, we have just reversed the direction of current I2 by removing minus sign here. Minus sign, we have removed minus sign from here and just reversed the direction of flow of current I2 here. Now see this, the I2 current is entering to negative terminal of the voltage source. So it is power will be equal to minus of 1 into 1 by 3, that is minus 1 by 3 watt. Minus sign of power means it is being delivered. So this 1 volt voltage source is delivering power 1 by 3 watt. Now let us come to the point of power by current source. I have drawn current source here separately. Here. This is your current source. The technique of finding power delivered by or power consumption by a current source is that we will assume arbitrary voltage across that current source. This is your assumptions, that we have assumed, or let there exist voltage Vs across this current source 2 ampere as shown in the diagram you can see here. Okay, now in the direction of this current flow I1, write KVL equation. KVL equation will be like minus 4 plus 2 into I1 plus Vs is equal to 0 as per the KVL. Solve this. Vs is equal to 4 minus 2 I1. Put I1 value. We have calculated previously. We have calculated the value of I1, which is which is 5 by 3 ampere. So put this value. So Vs will be equal to 4 minus 2 into 5 by 3. We were interested in finding out the voltage Vs which we have assumed across this particular current source 2 ampere. Now after this calculation, it is coming to be Vs is equal to 2 by 3 volt. Now we have successfully calculated the voltage across this current source. The current source magnitude is 2 ampere, and this current source is having voltage across it 2 by 3 volt. Now voltage is known and current is known, so it will be very easy to calculate power. Now V into I will be equal to power. So power is equal to 2 into 2 by 3, and just see here, this current is entering to your plus terminal, so it is plus, power is plus, so plus sign denotes that it is being consumed. It is your 4 by 3 watt being consumed by the particular source. It means what? It means this current source is consuming power into the system. The system is your circuit here. Now let us move towards solved example number 2. The question goes like, find value of Ix for the given circuit. Find value of Ix for the given circuit. This is your Ix, and for the given circuit we have to calculate the value of Ix, this value Ix. Now we have drawn the circuit here just for your convenience. This is, by this time you could have able to identify that this is also a super mesh analysis. The condition of this problem to be solved by super mesh analysis. Why? Because a current source is here which is common to these two loop number 1 and yes loop number 2, loop number 1 and yes loop number 2, loop number 1 and loop number 2. By ignoring this current source, let us draw this direction of current, collective currents direction. So it is your I1, and it is your I2. Okay, 3 ampere current source in between these two loops is upward. I2 is your upward, so the super mesh equation will be I2 minus I1 is equal to 3 ampere. I2 minus I1 is equal to 3 ampere. Quality question number 1. Okay, quality question number 1. Considering super mesh, this is a super mesh question condition. So writing super mesh equation, you can see in the diagram. This is your KVL equation of this super mesh. This is your super mesh involving current I1 and I2, but we are not involving current source 3 ampere in this super mesh equation. So just write super mesh equation, that is your minus 10 plus 2 I1 plus 1 into I2 plus 2ix. Now from the diagram, see this, if it is I1, this I1 must be equal to your ix, I1 must be equal to your ix. It means what? Loop 1 current will be equal to ix current, and value of ix is very much required to know the value of current dependent voltage source. Where it is? This is your current dependent voltage source, that is 2ix. Ix is your current which has been already defined in this circuit parameter. This is your current dependent voltage source. So this is the equation after putting ix equal to I1, that is minus 10 plus 2I1 plus I2 plus 2I1 is equal to 0. Equation number 2 is 4I1 plus I2 is equal to 10. Call it equation number 2. When you are going to solve or simplify above equation, you will get 4I1 plus I2 is equal to 10. This is equation number 2. Okay, now bring equation number 1, that is I1 minus I2 is equal to minus 3. I have little bit arranged this equation number 1, not a big task. So you can have equation number 2 as 4I1 plus I2 is equal to 10. Equation number 1 was, we have already discussed this, I1 minus I2 is equal to minus 3. Now solving equation number 1 and 2, or 2 or 1, same thing here. I1 is coming to be 7 by 5 ampere, I2 is equal to 22 by 5 ampere, 22 by 5 ampere. Current value is in ampere. So Ix is equal to I1. Ix is equal to I1. Okay. So the value of Ix equal to I1, which is 7 by 5, which is 1.4 ampere. This is your solution. This is your answer. Now let us move towards numerical example which has been solved. Number 3. This is your diagram. This is your circuit problem. The circuit problem, we have to find I1, I2 and I3. Okay, there are two loops here. You can see this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 10 ampere current source is common to mesh 2 and mesh 3. As I have already discussed in this video, this leads to super mesh conditions. Now look at this 10 ampere current direction. It is from right to left. So the current I2 minus I3 will be equal to 10. This, call it equation number 1. Call it equation number 1. This is your super mesh. The indication shows you super mesh. Now writing KVL in equation number mesh number 1, or loop number 1. Let us see quickly. This is your minus 100V plus 4 into, let us see this, minus 100 plus 4 into I1 minus I2 plus twice I1 minus I3 is equal to 0. I forget to write 0 here. Just put equal to 0. This is complete equation, KVL equation in mesh number 1, loop number 1, whatever you say. Rearrange this equation and try to solve this. This is your equation number 2, which is 6I1 minus 4I2 minus 2I3 is equal to 100. The super mesh equation is 4 into I2 minus I1 plus 1 into I2 plus 3 into I3 plus 2 into I3 minus I1 is equal to 0. Carrying on this further calculation, it is 4I2 minus 4I1 plus I2 plus 3I3 plus 2i3 minus 2i1 is equal to 0. Rearranging and solving above equation, it is minus 6i1 plus 5i2 plus 5i3 is equal to 0. Call it equation number 3. Now upon solving equations 1, 2 and 3, just use calculator or just use matrix operations as you like. Do not spend too much time on solving part. You will get full marks on writing equations KVL and using calculator to calculate for the final answer. That is I1 is equal to 45.83 ampere, I2 is equal to 32.5 ampere and I3 is 22.5 ampere.